Hey everyone, welcome to, I guess will be my last of my E3 media briefing, press conference reaction thingies for this year, for 2017. Overall, it's been an interesting E3, and then today, a lot of people are really excited about what Nintendo announced, and I totally get that. I'm excited for a few things, a little disappointed at a few other things. Just as far as lack of stuff, because you always want more. There's franchises and stuff, but the best part of I think of it, at least, is Nintendo showing some love towards Metroid. That was probably the most important thing out of Nintendo stuff. I'm playing catch up though because I didn't get to see it live. I'd just been working really hard on some other stuff, so I ended up sleeping a little bit longer than I wanted to. But anyway, woo for getting 5 hours of sleep instead of 3. That's basically what I did. But anyway, so let's go over everything, and I'm going to mostly focus on the stuff that I'm most excited about, of course, because there are some stuff that I'm sure others are going to be really happy. I know there's a couple things that people are going to be really happy about that I'm just kind of like, on. First and foremost, like Xenoblade Chronicles 2. A lot of people obviously are hyped for this. I didn't really get into Xenoblade Chronicles at all. So not really my thing. I love RPGs, don't get me wrong, but I just don't really like Xenoblade. Even like back on the Wii, it just didn't impress me all that much. And the one thing of note though with it is as far as I think, it's the only RPG that was shown at any of the press briefings or media things. Like, I'm not saying it's the only RPG at E3. There may be, there's probably other ones at booths and stuff like that. But as far as what was covered in the press conference and stuff, it was the only RPG. I mean, there's a little bit of turn-based tactical stuff in the Mario Rabbids game, but that's not an RPG, so I don't know. Is it? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Also, we got, and this thing, I'm not doing them in any order, I'm just kind of remembering what all was there. Metroid, I talked about in my trailer reaction video for Metroid, the remake of Metroid 2 they're doing, so if you want more information on that. But what we got during the main thing was Metroid Prime 4 being announced, and it's been 10 years since Metroid Prime 3 back on the Wii, so it's a long time coming. I didn't really like Other M. I know that's one that's like hit or miss for people. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't. Hated Other M. But I have confidence that Prime 4 will be hopefully a good thing. It's disappointing. Nintendo still has this bad taste in my mouth from what happened with the Wii U. That I wanted a Metroid game on the Wii U and I never got one. I spent that money on that system. I got it. And there were some good games here and there. But overall, I was very disappointed with the Wii U. And I knew as soon as they announced the Switch, I was like, I guarantee within a year or less, they're going to announce a new Metroid game and it's going to be for Switch. So it's like, which I'm happy. Now that I bought the Switch, I own the Switch. Of course, I want stuff on the Switch, but it's still a little bit bittersweet to me, I guess. It just hasn't quite cleared that bad taste of this neglect that Nintendo had for a lot of franchises during the Wii U years. I don't know. I'm still happy it's coming out, and of course, I'm going to be all over it when it ends up launching, whenever that is. We have no time release window. We didn't get to see really anything of it. We got to see much more of the Metroid 2 remake for 3DS, because that's coming out in September this year, which surprised me, actually. I didn't know it was coming out in September. I thought maybe, just announced and it'd be out, whatever, but now it's coming out in September, so that's cool. We got a new Kirby game, and a new Yoshi game on the way. Neither one has an official name or anything. I'm sure they'll get one down the road. It won't just be Kirby and Yoshi, though we did have just a game called Yoshi in the past. But anyway, it's not going to be called just those. Both look good. I'm a huge Kirby fan, and I love the Yoshi games. They're a lot of fun. Yoshi games are usually relatively simple platformers, but they did a great job with Woolly World. That game was just absolutely gorgeous and one of the best looking Wii U games, for sure. And this one looks fun. There's gonna be like paper mache, things you can attach to Yoshi and use that. You'll be able to throw the eggs in the foreground and the background to take out enemies and stuff. It looks cool. and all that stuff. So happy and excited about that one. Kirby looks great as well. Kirby never fails for me, really. Like, even the Kirby spinoffs that I don't like, I still partially like Canvas Curse back in the day on the DS. So I always go to that one as like my least favorite Kirby game. But yeah, I still unfortunately haven't had the money to buy Robobot or Planet Robobot, which sucks because I know it's good. But hopefully one day I'll be able to get a copy of it. Because I know I'm missing out on that one, but this one will be a buy day one for me for sure for the Kirby on the Switch. That is a definite. So let me get bright for a second because I'm pulling up my notes and stuff. Oh, Game Freak announced that there is going to be a Pokemon RPG coming to the Switch. We were hoping that was going to be Pokemon Stars or whatever. The follow-up to Pokemon Sun and Moon, but instead we're getting Pokemon's Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which I really am not a fan of those names at all, and I'm not really sold on those games at all, but hopefully this will... there was nothing shown, I just talked about it, so this is way off in the distance. So we're probably talking at least end of 2018, probably not until 2019, before we end up seeing this Pokemon RPG on the Switch, but it's cool that they announced there is. The thing about it is, I didn't see much of it, but is it a true Pokemon game or Pokemon RPG, as in it's going to be like Gale of Darkness and those kind of games? Like, is that what we're going to end up getting? Which is what I'm thinking. It won't be a true Pokemon game, which is a little disappointing because I especially consider the Switch. I know they've always wanted to have them portable, but the Switch is a portable system, even though I don't use it ever in portable mode. It is a portable system, so I'm hoping still it's a true Pokemon game, but we'll have to kind of, I guess, wait and see about that one as far as more information goes. They showed Breath of the Wild DLC. I have talked way much about Breath of the Wild and my opinions on not liking it. I'm not getting into that. I do like the amiibos though. They're cool. Because I like the characters in it. Even though I don't really like Breath of the Wild, I do like the characters. Rocket League is coming to the Switch. Cool. Rocket League's a fun game. It's a fun game. The big thing was Super Mario Odyssey, though. They showed a lot of Super Mario Odyssey, and plus they have playable versions of it there at E3, so a lot of videos are going up as far as the gameplay demo type of thing for this are up and out there. And what I love most about Mario Odyssey is instead of just having costumes this time around, which I do love Mario costumes. I love the Bee costume. I love the Boo ones. I love that stuff. We're going to have it where Mario throws the hat and becomes the enemies. Goomba, Koopa Troopa, Bullet Bill, Cheep Cheep. Like, you're going to be able to become these and then fly around or swim around and all. That's really cool. That alone is awesome. The worlds look great. We've seen the desert-themed world. We have, like, the Day of the Dead world, like the Mexican-themed world, which is cool, and Mario has a sombrero. What I loved, actually, about this, which I'm sure, I don't know how many people picked up on this, but two things in particular, throwbacks to classic Mario stuff, like really Easter eggy stuff that's going to be in this. Number one, the sombrero and the poncho is not the first time Mario's ever had that. That was actually in a game called Quicks. I think it was Quicks for Game Boy. He had the sombrero and poncho on, and then I also saw in there the Mario USA outfit, like the Super Mario, like with the Stars and Stripes outfit and hat and all that stuff, which we did get as an alternate costume in Smash Brothers, the newest Smash Brothers, Wii U and 3DS, but also originally started off as the cover art for the NES golf game. So that just seeing both of those in an actual Mario game, that was also cool. Clearly, the plot involves the evil hat versus the good hat. And a wedding taking place, and potentially with the way they're hyping this, are we actually going to get in the end the wedding between Mario and Peach? Is that what the whole kind of thing is? It's a beautiful looking game. I love the music. I love that jazz music type of thing going on. Just a really cool game. Mario Odyssey. I don't want to say is worth the price of a system because I don't feel like one game is worth a system by itself because, $60 plus $300 or whatever for the Switch at this point. I don't think one game merits that, but this is, to me, the closest to this. And if you love Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey alone could potentially be worth checking out this system if you haven't already, even though Breath of the Wild on Wii U as well, even though I don't like Breath of the Wild. However, for me, this and whenever Metroid comes out will probably be the two biggest things. Now, there was some other stuff they showed, and I actually just saw some gameplay they showed after the thing for Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem Warriors game. Of all the things, is like Mario Odyssey is the most hyped thing for me for Switch this year, but right below it is Fire Emblem here, Warriors, because I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. And the idea of doing a Dynasty Warriors-esque game with Fire Emblem is something I've thought of for years. I thought that would be a cool idea. And once they did Hyrule Warriors, my hope was they were going to do a Fire Emblem Warriors. And they announced this game was coming back at the Switch announcement, like the launch announcement thing back in January or whatever. So we knew it was coming, but we got to see it in action. And I think it's coming out this year. I'm not mistaken. I think it's coming out this year. I have to double check on that one. But that's another one that's a must get. I love Dynasty Warrior games. I love Fire Emblem. So yeah, I'm very, very much excited about that stuff. That's pretty much everything I think for Nintendo that was announced so far, and maybe some other things. I know they were showing some other stuff for the Rabbids game at the Treehouse, and they also showed some ARMS stuff. ARMS launches Friday, which I'm not checking out at launch just because of financial reasons. But anyway, I'm very happy with a lot of the stuff Nintendo showed. There's a lot of neglected franchises still going on. No, you can't have every single franchise have a new game in development at all time, even though I think Nintendo, if anyone could, it'd be Nintendo. I think they have the capabilities of having enough studios under their belt that they could potentially do that. But still, it's unrealistic to have that. I really wish we would see, I know with ARMS and all, they're probably not going to now do a new Punch-Out, but I still kind of always have that hope for new Punch-Out, new F-Zero. And actually, one that surprised me they didn't show at all, at least unless they come out with some surprise out of nowhere, was Animal Crossing. I'm actually really hyped for a potential Animal Crossing game on the Switch. And I think that's going to happen eventually anyway. I was just hoping they would at least announce it here so that we would get it maybe next year. But still, overall, very happy with Nintendo. As far as now, after all of the E3 conference pressy thingies are done, all the stuff's done, who do I think wins? I don't know. I basically, so my mic is, I desperately need to fix up my mic stand and stuff. But anyway, I don't know who wins. I don't have really one that wins because I liked elements of all of them. Yeah. I didn't see EA's. EA's is the only one I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to, but I honestly could pick a couple of things from probably every press conference that I'm at least happy about. Over on the Xbox side, I like the platformer they're doing, the exclusive platformer. I wish it wasn't exclusive, but that's cool. I love that they're doing that. I love the fact that Cuphead finally got an actual release date. That's cool. Bethesda, the new Wolfenstein looks awesome. From Ubisoft did a lot of great stuff. I can't wait for Far Cry 5 and Assassin's Creed Origins, and Beyond Good and Evil 2 was a huge surprise. Sony, while they didn't knock it out of the park, they showed mostly stuff we already knew instead of surprises. It's stuff that is coming in the next, less than 12 months. For a lot of the stuff, Days Gone looks great. Spider-Man looks great. The remake of Shadow of the Colossus is coming out. And then today with Nintendo, Mario Odyssey is coming along great. It looks like it could potentially be the best 3D Mario game. Could be. I don't know. It's going to be hard to top 64 and Galaxy. But it could. It has that look. It has that feeling. I don't know. There's something special. I don't know, maybe I'm just completely optimistic here, which is really odd for me to be. But Mario Odyssey, it looks like it's going to be something special. Fire Emblem Warriors, new Yoshi, new Kirby. A lot of great stuff from E3 this year. It wasn't like the big killer E3 that some people, you overhype E3 to a point that it can never actually potentially reach a lot of times. But for me, I think E3 showed off a lot of stuff that I am excited for as a gamer, a diverse library of stuff, games of a bunch of different genres that I'm happy and can't wait to get my hands on. And I think it's a great time. Just, even though we didn't get some of the surprises we wanted or some announcements, whatever, appreciate that a lot of this stuff is going to be awesome and that we get a chance to play it when it does end up launching. You got to just keep that in mind. There is still a lot of fantastic stuff out there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Everybody who's watched any of my E3 stuff, or you watched all my E3 stuff, all that cool stuff, thank you so much. I very much appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you like to. That'd be cool. Or subscribe to my main channel, especially my main channel. Totally do that. Anyway, thank you guys so much again, and hope you enjoyed.